This is EA Sports. PGA Tour coverage coming up next. Frank, a tranquil and beautiful setting with the Santa Rosa Mountains in the background, those crystal clear blue skies, but it can get pretty testy out on the golf course, can't it?
If you get any sort of wind out there, Rich, the sky might be beautiful and blue today, but that wind, once especially the cross breeze, then this course has teeth.
Teeing off to start the round here at PGA West. This first hole is a 445-yard par 4. Frank, walk us through the first tee shot.
Only the longest hitters won't hit driver down here, Rich. 3-wood at that bunker if you are really, really long. Otherwise, sort of try and squeeze that driver down the left side. Shorten this hole up a little bit because it plays every inch of that 450 yards. Oh, if this is up, it's good. Got the measurement out there, Rich. Looks like 290 yards. Long and straight.
That's how you do it. Getting set to play the second shot here at the first hole. This one has a chance to be close. Can't hide the flagstick from that man. Frank, this is an approach shot here at the first hole that will get a player's attention.
It will. Very strategically placed bunker that protects that front right of the green, plus the angle of that green. If you're going to take it across that bunker, you better judge that inch perfect. There's a big green, and they're going to use every inch of it. It's that sneaky distance.
That's not how you picture it, Frank, when you step on that first tee.
No, you'd like to go back to that first tee right now and start again.
Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. 1 under early in the round. Still even par for the day. Frank, the second hole is only 371 yards. What's the challenge here?
The bunkering. This is really well bunkered. You'd expect that for a hole this short. If it's well bunkered, it means that it's vital to get it on the fairway.
And that's going to stay on the fairway here at the second hole. Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Outstanding strike right there, right off the center of the club face, and a good chance for birdie. Second shot now at the second hole. Now a 7-footer. Good score going. Now at 2 under par.
Even par currently.
One under on the deck. Frank, 100 yards longer than the second hole. The third, 471 yards. What do you think of this hole?
This is totally different to the previous hole. Driver should come out of the bag here, and if you can take that first bunker out of play, which is around that 285, 290 yard mark, you can start to shorten this hole up a little bit. And, well, the longest hitters, they still might even get a short iron in hand.
Not the longest, but not bad. 295 yards in the fairway.
There's something about a well-hit shot.
Getting set now for the second shot here at hole number 3, par 4. This one is definitely heading left. Looks like it is going to end up in the rough. You have to think he'll be happy with that, given that it looked like it was headed right for the rough.
Yeah, it looked like that was the only place it was going to finish. But, well, it's a little bit unexplainable. Let's see what he does from here now. Lucky break. Oh, solid strike right in the heart of the green.
This one just requires a little bit of focus. Frank, this is the kind of start every player wants.
Yeah, swinging it well. Certainly hitting the ball in the right place there, and yep, good thing too. He's actually putting well.
So 2 under early on. Now to the fourth, 192 yards and a pretty tough hole location here today. 200 yards to the flagstick. This has been a great performance so far, but Frank, a long ways to go. Do you ever worry about complacency?
Yeah, sometimes it just looks like it's too easy. At the moment, the putts are going in, the iron shots are going close enough, but some things, you know, they don't happen by accident. He's got to still keep concentrating right now.
Well, you can hear it right off the center of the club face. This has a chance to be close. That is classy.
He had a chance of going in.
This is a 19-foot putt. So close. Well, that would have been a bonus had it gone in, but still, reasonable chance for par here.
Yeah, there's no damage. You're not going to birdie every hole.
For the par. Holding steady now at 2 under par.
Second shot.
Putting a good round together now at 4 under. So we played our first par 3, now to the first par 5 on this golf course at PGA West. It is the 535-yard 5th hole. Frank, it appears as though it rewards precision off the tee.
And the Bombers, too. You can run out of water at 335 yards. So for the Dustin Johnsons of the world and the Rory McIlroys, that's nearly doable. But if you can't hit it that far, it's quite obvious. You've got to keep it down the right side. And for those people, they put 2 little bunkers there.
But this one has a chance to be really good. Good lie in the fairway, and a good chance to make something happen here. Frank, at this, the highest level, stroke play, really it seems to me to be all about not wasting shots because the margin for error is so razor thin.
Oh, this is heading in the wrong direction.
Uh-oh. And it looks like it's in the rough there, Frank.
It might not be as bad as it looks.
Good looking shot right here. Frank landed it on the green.
It was never going to stop.
No, no chance.
Remember, out of the rough. Expect the ball to jump forward a little bit.
On the green, and a chance for birdie. So this is the third shot to the par 5. Not a gimme, but well within his range. Wow, that was so close, Frank.
Just time to forget that one. I mean, he couldn't hit that much better.
Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. Has it going, 3 under for the round. Just a couple of feet. Knocked that down for par, remains at 4 under. Well, the architect Pete Dye is known for visual intimidation. We see it at TPC Sawgrass at the Players every year. And you see it right here, Frank, at this 255-yard par 3/6 with water everywhere you look.
Yeah, you could make an argument here that it suits a little bit of a cut, like a Lee Trevino style fade that starts at the left and moves its way to the green, but then that's also moving back towards the water. Conversely, if you try and fly it over that water on the right side with a little bit of a draw, then the green starts to run out on the left side. Have I made it sound hard? There's a big green, and they're going to use every inch of it. That just came out blazing. As soon as it hit the green, it was never going to stop.
Really good distance control there, playing well to his strengths. Frank, this ball's in the rough. Anything you change in your technique when a ball's sitting down a little bit?
Yeah, you put the ball back a little bit further in your stance because you're going to get a bit of grass between the ball and the club face. So you have to allow for that and keep that club moving. That grass is going to be that grass is going to create a certain amount of resistance.
Settles in over the putt. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Good roll. Solid. That's a par. Frank, if you want to play this game at the highest level, and no doubt our players do, you have to sort of be tactical. When you break down shots or break down a hole, how would you break down this hole in a very smart way?
Yeah, I know what you're getting at there. A lot of people would think 350 yards, you could bash a driver down there, you'd finish up in trouble. Well, the way to be aggressive on a strategic hole is to just put the first one in play in a position where you can attack with the second. And there's no shame in that. You can still walk off here more days than often than not with a 3.
Frank, can one small tweak from an instructor lead to a big turnaround?
With the right player, yeah. You just want to hear the right message. It's like anyone in life. You just want to be pointed in the right direction.
That's a good spot right there.
Center cut.
Frank, for a long time, the stadium course at PGA West was thought to be too difficult for the professionals. How'd that happen?
It wasn't really unusual. A lot of Pete Dye courses, when they first came out, with the wooden bulkheads, so visually intimidating. It was such a departure from traditional golf design that players, they weren't very receptive to it. They thought it was too punishing, and yet now we look some 20, 30 years later, Pete Dye is going to go down with the Mackenzies, the Donna Rosses, the C.B. McDonalds as one of the most innovative and one of the great architects that actually changed the direction that the game's gone.
Back in the late 1980s, the Tour Pros actually refused to go back to the stadium course. They signed a petition to get it removed as one of the host courses, a ban that effectively ran until 2015. But now the Career Builder Challenge will return to the rotation in 2016.
Should be safely on deck.
Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. 6 under par now. And getting ready for the putt. And he has it for birdie.
Now we're at the 8th hole here at PGA West in La Quinta, California. 559-yard par 5. Frank, what are the options here?
A good tee shot, you can certainly reach this par 5 and 2. There's a crosswalk that comes across in that vicinity of 330 yards. That's sort of the green light area if you can get it down there. Anything short of that, it becomes very much a three-shotter. But if you can get it close to that crosswalk that goes there, then certainly this becomes opportunity knocks.
Frank, no reason here to think we're going to see anything other than another good shot.
Yeah, in a great flow, and golf like this looks easy.
Frank couldn't ask for anything more.
Just the lie there, too. It is sitting up like it's teed up.
Set for his next shot from a good position in the fairway.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
You can't hide the flagstick from that man.
He is just unbelievable. That never deviated offline.
Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt.
Rolling the rock, Frank.
Oh, and yet another birdie, Rich. Beautiful stroke.
On fire right now. 7 under par.
Frank, as we arrive here at the par 4 ninth, 452 yards, I hear players like you often say, I'm going to take it on. What do you mean by that, and how does it apply to this particular tee shot?
Well, you have options, obviously. One is to hit it down that right side, which is your best shot. The easy way is obviously to bail it out down the left side, but then you're almost giving into the hole, like you're accepting you're going to make bogey if you're lucky. So in the end, you're forced to go back to option A, which is actually to challenge the best shot you have, which is down the right side. Oh, if this is up, it's good. Long and straight.
That's how you do it. That is an unusual golf swing, but those have worked throughout time. Lee Trevino, Ray Floyd, Jim Furyk. They've done all right, haven't they?
Frank, the tee shot was certainly challenging, and this second shot is as well.
Yeah, both the tee shot and the second shot require you to come in from that left side. The green itself angles to the right a little bit. The trouble, as we know, is all on the right side. But this is one of those holes. You can see it on the tee and on the second shot. If you ride a 4 down, you're happy.
Just a pure strike. A perfect result. He'll have a good look at birdie now.
Player really needs to be dialed in here. This approach shot is not easy by any stretch here at the ninth.
This won't hurt him. These putts keep the round together. Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie. And what a day it's been. Nudge this one home, finish it up. Did the job right there.
Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo for EA Sports. We are back at PGA West, getting set to continue the action on the back nine. Beautiful hole here. Rock border that lines the water here at number 10. It's 416 yards.
He has given this one the full treatment. Perfect release through the ball. And this shot is on the fairway, over 300 yards. Pretty good drive here.
Another straight one.
Strong winds continue to be a factor. Frank, I know you've played all over the world. How much did you enjoy the challenge of playing into a stiff breeze?
Well, it was a chance to separate yourself from the rest of the field, Rich. Just like these conditions we're seeing right now. You've really got to be smart. Pick the right shot. If you get too aggressive on a day like today, you'll pay a far more severe price than normal.
Club selection obviously is crucial.
Oh, it's imperative today.
Take an extra club or two, choke down.
Very much so.
Frank, is this a definite green light, the approach at the par 4 10th?
Well, there's enough opportunities at PGA West for the long hitters. This is an opportunity for the really good iron players. This is where they have a chance to shine, because a good iron player will give himself a birdie putt here. A poor iron player here, all of a sudden they'll find trouble.
Well, this one should be safely on deck here. Getting set now over the putt. Oh, man.
I just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts. Just 5 feet left. You may have lost track at home, but we're keeping count, and that is 9 under for the day. It's a very makeable putt here. He is currently 5 under for his round. Impressive. Once again, that's a par, remaining at 5 under. Now at the long par 5 11th. They call it eternity with good reason. It is 617 yards. Frank, what's the game plan here?
Hit it as long as you can, hopefully only a couple of times, and you can get fairly close to this green. A little pitch up there, but even if you go for this green or try and get close, that's when you start to notice the water that comes in on the left side. So you can't just bash away. Might only be a couple of bunkers in play off the tee, but they have to be avoided. Oh, that's fine.
And now the second shot here at this par 5.
Second shot.
Frank, what's involved here in the third shot now at the par 5 11th?
Just really setting up a good angle for that third shot. This is when you lay up, it always pays just to check where the flag is. You want to sort of have a nice, comfortable look or angle to the flag.
Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on there. Easy birdie.
Third shot, looking for a good one. pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. Well, there's impressive, and then there's mind-boggling. We're at mind-boggling now. 10 under par. In for birdie.
Frank, Pete Dye always gets a player thinking what might be going through a player's mind right here.
You're going to play it as a layup. That's a given. It's just what distance you want. And for every distance you're going to hit it off the tee, Pete Dye gives you a different challenge. If you lay it all the way back, obviously you've got the widest fairway. Then you've got the longer second shot. Get a little closer, it starts to shrink up, shrink up, shrink up. So it's how much do you want to bite off?
You can play it from there, 300 yards away and in the fairway. That is tasty looking right there, Frank. Just a perfect spot in the fairway.
That is prime real estate. How do you get a lie like that? Seriously, you could hit any club from there.
How'd you like that strike?
That was top of the tree.
Club has been pulled, ready for the second shot now at the par 4 12th.
Well, he'll be disappointed with that, no doubt.
The swing didn't quite look right on that one.
Not in the fairway, but not too bad, just in that first cut. Shouldn't be a problem here. 11 under on the day. Clean this up with a tap. No problems there.
Yeah, keeps the round going, keeps the momentum on his side.
Now teeing off here at the par 3 13th.
Well, look out. This could be wet, Frank.
It's heading towards the hazard.
Into the tall cabbage. That ball is swallowed up.
Whoop, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like. Frank, ball is in the rough here. What are the problems on this next shot?
Well, this is really where the skill level comes in. A good part. This is where the good player separates himself from the rest.
Oh, dude, that in the hole. Tremendous shot. This requires a lot of speed through the ball. And he's made it onto the green. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall.
14th hole, par 4 of 389 yards. It is short, but Frank, there is some danger lurking along the way.
Yeah, most of it's sand. Two options really. Poke it down that left side, let it run down there like a bowling alley. Either that or take that bunker completely out of play, 290, 300 yard category, and get it down there where it's just a flick wedge in.
He makes a great pass at the golf ball. It's powerful, but it's rhythmic at the same time. Frank, that ball's sitting up like it's on plush carpeting.
Rich, if you and I had lies like that every time, we'd still be playing this game for a living.
All right, partner, walk us through this approach shot here at the 14th.
You have to respect the back of the screen as it starts to narrow up. The widest part of the screen is the front. The advantage of that, though, if you do leave it a little bit shorter, you are putting uphill. This looks like it's going to find the target.
Continuing his fine play. Another beautiful approach shot.
Frank, what's the key here? Second shot at 14.
Green sits up a little bit, well protected by those bunkers there. A nice high, soft landing shot.
Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. Wow, that was so close, Frank.
Just time to forget that one. I mean, he couldn't hit that much better.
Now 8 under on the day. Trying to stay steady, make a par. That is a solid par putt.
Solid par 4 here. The 15th is 468 yards.
I'm loving that balance. Oh, that's it. New member of the 300-yard club.
Good poke right there.
This is definitely not going down the fairway.
It doesn't look good. I think it's going to be in the deep rough. Frank, he is one of the longest hitters in the game, but at some point, you have to hit a fairway.
Yeah, he's certainly not the straightest. I think that was the bit you're going to put in the middle.
Good-looking shot right here.
Well, that's what separates the good players from the great players, the ability to get it that close from that kind of lie.
This is not heading in the right direction.
It looks like it's going to be in the rough. Locked in on the read and the speed. Oh, man.
I just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts. These putts keep the round together. Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie. And what a day it's been. Just 5 feet left. That's a nice confidence builder right there. You make those for par, and you keep things steady. This is the second par 5 at PGA West of 600 or more yards. The 16th is a pretty good test. Beautiful looking shot right here. He has given this one the full treatment. Perfect release through the ball. And this shot is on the fairway, over 300 yards. Now from a good position in the fairway, his second shot.
That's an absolute beauty.
And now the second shot here at this par 5. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Well, that is an exceptional shot on the green and in position for a birdie.
Yeah, that's a formality now.
This one just requires a little bit of focus. Now minus 10 for the round. Just a couple of feet. You'll love them, the birdies, and that's another one. Well, there it is. They call it Alcatraz. Just sitting out there on the water, 168 yards away, Frank.
Well, speaking of water, that water looks so peaceful, doesn't it? It'd be a shame to spoil it with a splash.
Good swing, good shot yet again. That is an excellent play right there. The approach, giving him another good look. Not looking good, Frank.
I think it's wet.
Well, he'll be disappointed with that, no doubt.
Yeah, swing didn't quite look right on that one.
Ball sitting down here in the rough. He's digging in. Now that is a shot that will be replayed over and over. Not a gimme, but well within his range. $11 under on the day. One great hole after another here at PGA West. The finishing hole, no exception. Frank, what can we expect here?
Great finishing hole. It's amazing. If you took the three bunkers we're first going to see down the right side, this would almost be a nothing hole. But because they're perfectly situated here, they really shrink up that driving area down the left side. And this is just a reward for a great swing, a great strike, a great shot. Oh, if this is up, it's good.
That one is in the fairway, down there about 290 yards. Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
That's good stuff right there. Wonderful approach, and now a really good look at birdie. Frank, this approach shot seems pretty straightforward. Just don't hit it left.
Yeah, it's a tough second shot. It's that visual. Once again, you've got that green that's angled to the left. But once again, like a few holes out here, you do not have to hit directly at this flag. You are allowed to move that flag mentally 15, even 20 feet to the right. There's nothing wrong with that.
This one looks like it's headed right for the middle of the dance floor, Frank.
Rather nice shot, I would say.
Settles in over the putt.
Well, we'll never know if that had gone in because it never made it.
Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Lining this one up for par. Has his par. Frank, just some great golf here today.
Yeah, that's a round to remember. Not often you play that well and you feel like you were head and shoulders above the rest of the field.
What a thrill to watch. And for Frank Nobilo and our entire team, I'm Rich Lerner saying so long for now. EA Sports is proud to present PGA Tour coverage. Hello again and welcome. I'm Rich Lerner, and beside me is my friend and colleague Frank Nobilo. We're in the state of California, set to kick off the round here at the challenging PGA West course. Par 72 setting up as a demanding challenge to any golfer stepping on this course, especially, Frank, when it comes down to the 17th hole. They call it Alcatraz.
Well, as we know, hardly anybody gets out of Alcatraz. You want to throw a little nugget in? In 2000, Joe Daly looked like he was going to get his tour card. Hit a putt from 3 foot, it hit the liner, bounced back out. A lot of things can happen on 17.
.45 yards of par 4. Frank, what do you think of this hole?
It's a good way to start, Rich. This certainly isn't a drive and a wedge hole to get you out of the gate. This is going to be a drive and
Coverage coming your way is presented by EA Sports and the PGA Tour. Today it's live second round coverage of the Mountain Shootout. Here at the 12th, par 4, 442 yards. Frank, what's ahead?
this one's called Big Boat. Hole's certainly a lot longer than the 10th hole, which is Little Boat. Dog legs to the player's right, a couple of bunkers down the left side. That first bunker on the left shouldn't be too much of a problem to carry. But once again, even though the hole bends to the right, you'd like to be down the opposite side of the fairway, which is the left. Ooh, a nice little bounce forward. Should be close to 300, 290.
Dialed in now for this second shot here to the 12th hole, Frank.
A chance for another birdie, Rich. Just be a little aware of this green. Nice little rolls and contours and different levels. So just be aware of exactly where that flag is cut today. And just try and keep it on that section. Oh, solid strike right in the heart of the green.
That will be a great look at birdie. And getting ready for the putt.
It doesn't go in, you got to add another one to the scorecard.
And that's where the golf ball's just staring at you and
Oh, yeah.
mocking you and laughing at you.
You know deep down it's smiling too, don't you?
Clean this up with a tap. Frank, that's a par, and onward we go. Coverage continues at EA Sports. Let's go out now to our featured golfer at the 13th. Sitting comfortably inside the cut line, it would appear the steady play will be enough to secure a spot in this weekend's action. That one inside of 10 feet, really dialed in. Shouldn't be a problem here. In for birdie, and now 2 under for the tournament. Well, here we are at the 14th hole. It's a par 4, 442 yards. You like this hole, Frank?
I do, but if you were spraying it off the tee here, then there's all sorts of problems. Bunkers left, trees right. This is a fairway you must hit. Got the measurement out there, Rich. Looks like 290 yards.
Frank, take us down. Give us the player's eye view on this second shot here at 14.
I kind of like a second shot a little lower than normal here. It just seems to shape up to this green. Obviously, you're protecting against going left while you're trying to go directly at the flag. So just something a little lower than normal, I think, would be the go.
Frank, it's always nice to play good golf, but it's just as special to be somewhere where you realize how fortunate we all are to be able to enjoy God's green earth. I mean, this is just an amazing spot.
Well, I know our game's seasonal, Rich, but it amazes me. This is a whole area completely under snow in the winter. And then, you know, once the sun comes out, the snow starts to thaw out. You're left with this beautiful golf course just in amongst nature. And, you can still be competitive with it. So you can be sort of smelling the roses, as we would say, and still testing your own talents.
Good looking shot right here. So the second of the par 4 goes begging, and now I'll have to rely on the short game.
Yeah, but a short game, as we all know, can redeem a lot of mistakes. See if he does it here.
Pretty good shot right there. Didn't fare too well on this hole yesterday. Made a bogey. Solid par. Well, now the par 4s begin to stretch out a little bit. The 15th here, Frank, is 475 yards.
Certainly want to put your big shoes on here. Nice big slinging draw off the tee might help. Go a little further. Does go downhill considerably, so you get a little bit more run out of the tee shot if you did that. Long and straight.
That's how you do it. That is just a beautiful shot. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
That's well played. Now a good look at birdie. Birdie here yesterday, trying to do it again today. So close.
Now putt for par.
Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. Continuing to putt with confidence. Missed cut. What happened, Frank?
Just not good enough. That's the easy way. Way too many shots out there, especially for that caliber of play. So put it in the memory banks. Move forward, better days ahead.
EA Sports is proud to present today's PGA Tour coverage. Today it's live third round coverage of the Mountain Shootout. Frank, as we arrive here at the par 4 sixth hole, reasonably short at 373 yards, a lot of golfers arrive at a hole like this and they'll think, well, I'm just going to blast it away because it's such a short four. You think these kinds of holes require a little more thinking?
They certainly do, Rich. If you can't drive it to the front edge of the green, there's no point really trying to hit it through that narrow neck. You can just sort of knock a 3-wood down there, or something that's going to give you a decent yardage where you can at least spin that second shot. If you can guarantee that ball's going to stop when it lands, it's going to be much easier than trying to fashion some sort of pitch and run.
Well, this looks good.
Certainly is.
He just blasted that one down the fairway, out there about 325 yards. Well, you have to be thinking about birdie here on this approach shot at the sixth, Frank.
A good aggressive tee shot, pretty close to the narrow neck of that green. Awkward whether you try and hit a little pitch and run or try and hit a lofted wedge and sort of pitch that ball a little closer to the hole. This looks like it's going to find the target.
Oh, can't hide the flagstick from that man. This one just requires a little bit of focus. We haven't seen a whole lot of that, Frank, but that has to feel good. Now to the long par 5 seventh hole, 602 yards, Frank. They call it hoodoo.
Yeah, it's nothing for a little muscle man. Bust one up the tee there. Well, actually it is. You're going to need two of your best if you want to reach this par 5 and 2. So, start with a good one.
Can't ask for much more here at the 7th. He has hit a good one. Now from a good position in the fairway, his second shot. Had the club face open just a bit at impact, and that one moves considerably to the right of the flagstick. Needs a pair of binoculars to see the hole. That was not a very good read right there.
Ooh, chance for birdie. Score
that, a birdie. Now to hole number 8. It's another par 3 with some water. Frank, only 150 yards. This is the shortest hole in the golf course.
But distance control is still very important here. If you can get the right distance, you could perhaps aim 10 or 15 feet left of the flag. You're only going to have a 10 or 15-foot putt. So just think of that. Water on the right there, maybe just aim a little further to the left. You can still make birdie.
Good swing, good shot yet again. Just a pure strike, and a perfect result. He'll have a good look at birdie now. Birdie putt coming up. Had a par on this hole yesterday. Good putt. Now to hole number 9, 501 yards. It's a par 5.
Yeah, we finished with the third par 5 on the front 9. You're just going to come through those sort of chute of marvelous trees that define this fairway. Just avoid the right side. Something down the left side is going to open up the second shot. That's fine.
That was just a beautiful drive and hit it solid and right in the middle. This has really been impressive. High level of golf today, putting on a clinic out there. Frankie could make eagle right here with a really good approach shot.
Yeah, well within his reach too. And Rich, if we just sit back and relax here, I think we're going to see perhaps a very good look at eagle coming up.
Crucial eagle attempt on the way. Frank, I'm not saying he should pull out driver here, but this is a long putt.
Greens are fast, though. You never know. Good line, good pace. Might have a chance.
So close.
And yet it still counts for another shot.
And getting ready for the putt. Moves into the top 25 with that birdie. 3 rounds in the books, outside the top 10 going to the final 18. Frank, what are your thoughts?
Well, I think you're going to have to approach the final round in a couple of different phases. Try and be aggressive early on. If you do get a few birdies in the bank, you really still can fancy yourself with a chance to win. It'll all depend on that start tomorrow.
Today's coverage brought to you by EA Sports and the PGA Tour. Today it's live final round coverage of the Mountain Shootout. And Frank, ahead on the green, you could have a really crazy putt if you're not careful.
This is probably the most undulating green on the golf course, so you do not want to be going in with too flat a second shot.
Wow, Frank, look at that one run out. Just blistered that tee shot.
Well, that has to be 325 if it's an inch.
Pretty stout second shot here at the par 4 15th. And Frank, what's the right way to shape this one?
It's actually one of the few shots you'd probably want to hit left or right. Notice the entry of the green is more on that left side of the green. Green does pitch back to the player as well, so maybe a little cut in here for a change.
Moving a little bit to the right. On the green, and a chance for birdie. See if he can go one better than yesterday when he made par. This putt for birdie. That was a good run right there. Almost went in.
At least he's seen the line as it went past the hole. So just replicate that on the way back.
You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. Been a little too much of that, Frank. Just sort of ho-hum pars. Frank, the 16th hole, 414 yards, par 4, is nicknamed GOAT. Would that be greatest of all time, or is it just because the possibility you could see old Billy out there here in the Canadian Rockies?
I'd like to think it's the greatest of all time. I've never seen a GOAT hit a draw, that's why, and that's what's needed off this tee once again. The first bunkie should easily be able to carry that, and, well, if you're the greatest of all time, this is a fairway, you'll certainly hit. Nice.
Looks good. Good contact, good result. Frank, these days golfers are training like high-level athletes from other sports. Rory McIlroy, for example, has been using a guy by the name of Steve McGregor, who happened to be the trainer for the New York Knicks of the NBA.
And part of his training now is high altitude. The majority of the medal holders, for example, in the Olympics, or medal winners in the Olympics, actually use high altitude training. You know, you can develop more red blood cells in a shorter period of time. But, you know, golf, we've had so many different types of training from the athlete side. But you go back to the old days of Henry Cotton beating an old tire. Vijay Singh picked up on that. Or even the rhythm of Sam Snead. He used to count in the rhythm. It was 1, 2, 3. It was 1 at the top of the swing, 2 at impact, and 3 at the follow-through. All those things are still very valid today. Well, there's a big green, and they're going to use every inch of it.
Good, clean contact and a nice result. And a chance for birdie coming up. Sizable putt from 16 feet. Well, you're not going to make that putt all the time, but you'd like to at least get it to the hole.
If he keeps putting like that, he's going to be an announcer in no time.
For par. They'll take it. That's a par. Frank, as we make our way to the house, a chance here at the 17th, just 374 yards, a chance for a birdie.
It certainly is. Anytime you see a hole today under 400 yards, a par 4 that is, you know you're going to get a short on your eye. You know you're going to get a short iron in your hand if you hit a good tee shot. Just avoid the bunkers left and right off the tee. Green does slope back to front, so it pitches nicely towards you, making that second shot, if anything, a little easier.
Nice long tee shot there and a good lie, Frank. Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Oh, no, look out, Frank. I think he flushed that one.
Oh, this is going, gone.
So the second of the par 4 goes begging, and now I'll have to rely on the short game.
Yeah, but a short game, as we all know, can redeem a lot of mistakes. Let's see if he does it here.
And he's made the green. So they'll tap in. Well, that's how you keep a round going. Make putts just like that. Well, Frank, this sets up for an exciting finish here at Banff Springs, a 578-yard par 5.
There's just about a bunker in play for every length of tee shot here, so know exactly which one you can carry and exactly which one you cannot reach. I'm loving that balance.
Frank, not overly long, but still a pretty good spot and in the fairway.
Yeah, that's in that 280 mark.
Looks like he's going to have a go at it here at the par 5, his second shot. Really some strong winds out there today, and we can already see the effects on some of these shots. Frank couldn't ask for anything more.
Just the lie there, too. It is sitting up like it's teed up.
Frank, this is a shot any player would love to have. Trying to finish off a round, par 5 18. What are we looking at?
Well, half the job's done with that tee shot, which was just tremendous, Rich. Now, it really is a big opportunity. If you can just sort of flush that second shot, there's a big green. Good chance coming up ahead here for Eagle, at least a birdie.
Frank not where he wants to be, but not out of the hole here at the par 5.
No, but Rich, to drop a shot here would really set him backwards.
Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. Good par.
Well, that wraps up another round here at Banff Springs. Frank, what caught your eye today?
Just the gorgeous scenery, Rich. Golf course not overly long, but not often we get north of the border in just an idyllic part of the world.
We saw plenty of great shots out on the course today, and we're looking forward to getting back to the action soon. So for all of us here at EA Sports, this is Rich Lerner, along with Frank Nobilo saying, until next time.
This is EA Sports coverage of the PGA Tour. Frank, one of the things we love about golf, it's an outdoor game, and we share these spectacular views with our friends from Mother Nature.
Yeah, it's absolutely gorgeous out here. Years ago, I played an exhibition match in Calgary with Hale Irwin, which isn't that far away from where we are today. And just the vistas, the magnificent pines, the Douglas firs, the white spruce, the aspens, it's just all there in front of you. This is an idyllic day, too, to play golf.
We start off here at the first with a par 4, 414 yards. Frank, what's the key to playing this hole?
Bunker a long way down the left side. 3-wood would never reach that. And just a short iron in to a relatively flat green.
Presented by EA Sports and the PGA Tour. Frank, what should the golfers be looking out for today?
Going to have to play well from tee to green for a start. That's where most of the problem is. It sets up beautifully for a what we call a second shot golf course, providing you can get the ball in play. You will get rewarded for good iron play around here. The reason why is because when you miss, you're penalized.
We're here at the opening par 4 first. Frank, what's the best play here to avoid that bunker that cuts right of the fairway?
You've either got to move it from that left side of the field if you're a fader of the ball and just cut it back into the middle, or perhaps use that bunker that you've just referenced to turn it away from that. But you need a good one down the fairway because of the length of this hole. 450 yards, you do not want to have a long second shot out of that fairway bunker.
Nicely played shot, about 310 yards down the fairway. Boy, this one has a chance to be really good. That one is just a little offline, and that will not end up in the fairway.
All right, Frank, break down this approach shot here at hole number 1.
Well, typical Pete Dye confuses you straight out of the gate. Draw off the tee, and then you've got to hit that second shot in left to right. Look at the angle of that green. It points away to the right.
Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on there. Easy birdie.
Good thing he stayed in the first cut, because just a couple of feet over, that rough is really deep. Well, this one should be safely on deck here. Just a couple of feet. -1 in early going. Makes the putt and goes to 1 under.
Frank, the second hole is only 371 yards. What's the challenge here?
The bunkering. This is really well bunkered. You'd expect that for a hole this short. If it's well bunkered, it means that it's vital to get it on the fairway.
Pretty good drive here.
Another straight one.
That is an unusual golf swing, but those have worked throughout time. Lee Trevino, Ray Floyd, Jim Furyk. They've done all right, haven't they? Frank, that ball's sitting up like it's on plush carpeting.
Rich, if you and I had lies like that every time, we'd still be playing this game for a living.
Frank, is a player thinking birdie here on this approach shot at the second hole?
Anything with the scoring club here, as long as you can get the distance right and get into the right section, is very much a birdie hole.
I mean, that's how the game is played, right there.
He's just making it look so easy. That birdie coming up, formality.
This won't hurt him, Frank.
Just a little left of the flag. That's fine.
This one just requires a little bit of focus. Now at -2 for the day. Just the tap in to finish the hole. And he has it for birdie. Frank, Pete Dye certainly gives you a variety of holes, and we see that. Granted, 3 par 4s to start, but each one with a different look.
They certainly are, Rich, and it's amazing what one good bunker will do. And the bunker I'm referring to is the one down the left side. It's about 285 yards to carry. It's the sort of bunker that keeps you honest.
Not the longest, but not bad. 295 yards in the fairway.
Rich, these winds haven't subsided at all today. It's certainly a tough test out there right now for these players.
They get your attention, don't they, as a player?
They have club selection right now, vital.
You put the ball back in your stance just a little bit.
If you're going to hit it down.
Oh, this looks good.
Certainly is.
Frank, the skins game was played at PGA West, the stadium course, many years ago. 1987, Lee Trevino did something that really stood out. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, to make a hole-in-one anywhere is obviously something to be remembered. But when you do it on TV, national TV, and on a hole like 17, Alcatraz, all the way across the water, everybody complained about how hard the golf course was, and Trevino gives it that little bang, little cut, bang, in it goes, one. Trevino could play any golf course, no matter how hard it was.
It was a one that was worth 175,000, $175,000. That won him the carryover skin in the skins game.
Whoop, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like. Shouldn't be a problem here. Oh, man.
I just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts. Settles in over the putt. Frank, this is the kind of start every player wants.
Yeah, swinging it well. Certainly hitting the ball in the right place there. And, yep, good thing, too. He's actually putting well.
Frank, this is our first par 3 of the day. The fourth, about 192 yards.
And it's called sandpit. So if you're not on the green, chances are you're getting that lob wedge or sand wedge out. Green is 36 yards deep. Got a nice little sort of hump and hollow roll to it. Mini roller coaster.
This is a good-looking shot. I mean, really, on top of his game right now. That was a splendid approach shot. Good testing shot here from 200 yards to the flagstick. Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
Ten-foot putt left. And you have to like that. 4 under. -3 now, third around.
Well, here we are at the 5th hole, a 535-yard par 5 for the long-hitting professionals. Frank, certainly not a long test. What is the challenge here on this hole?
It's another example of great design by Pete Dye. He'll give you the trouble on the left on the tee shot, and then he moves the trouble to the right on the second shot. It's going to get you one way or the other. Oh, nice little bounce forward. Should be close to 300, 290. Ah, nice.
Looks good. Now from a good position in the fairway, his second shot. Oh, look out. This could be wet, Frank.
It's heading towards the hazard.
Wow, lucky break right there, Frank.
Well, that's what everyone else is going to say, except him.
Set for his next shot from a good position in the fairway. Frank putting it all together today. What a nice performance.
It's been like a clinic so far.
Frank, I'm not saying he should pull out driver here, but this is a long putt.
Greens are fast, though. You never know. Good line, good pace. Might have a chance.
Looks like he just misread that. Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. Starting to put something special together. 6 under par. So a tester from 4 feet. That puts them at 4 under for the round.
Frank, I love a par 3 where you have to hit one solid golf shot. Anything less, and you might pay a severe price. 255-yard par 3 6. What a hole.
No, you love watching somebody else play a par 3 like that.
You're right.
Should be safely on deck.
That is an excellent play right there. The approach, giving him another good look. This one doesn't look good.
There's water over there.
Good news is, was able to retrieve the golf ball.
Yeah, on dry land, and can he carry it this time, though?
Third shot now, after the last one found the deep blue.
Yeah, you can still minimize the damage here. It's only one bad shot that you got punished for.
Frank, this is one you don't practice, but sometimes you have to do it. Time for the drop.
Yeah, it should be the easiest shot in golf. You've just paid for it. It's at sneaky distance.
Hard to be perfect in this game. That's a bogey. Not a gimme, but well within his range. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall.
We're at the 7th now, 346 yards with plenty of water on that right side. How do you handle this one, Frank?
You've got to pick a target there. A lot of people think when they're laying up off the tee, and that's exactly what this hole is. You just blaze away at something down the left side. But if you're going to pick a tree, don't just pick the tree. Pick a branch or a leaf. Be more specific. Oh, beautiful swing. And the result is every bit as good.
Paying attention like a little kid at school, Frank. That baby's sitting up.
Sitting up. It's got the best view as well. You don't even need binoculars from where that ball is.
There are a number of really good and important grow the game initiatives out there. One of those is the First Tee program, and that allows youngsters who otherwise might not have an opportunity, the chance to put a golf club in their hands, allows them the chance to pick up this game and learn some of the core values that come along with it. It's about much more than making a score. It's about integrity. It is about responsibility, values like that. And this game is so good. in instilling those kind of characteristics in young people. Oh, look out, Frank. Where's this one headed?
This is definitely rough, Rich, off the tee.
Looking to keep it going here, Frank.
Yeah, another example of things just working as they should. There's a big green, and they're going to use every inch of it.
Well, that is an exceptional shot on the green and in position for a birdie.
Yeah, it's a formality now.
Locked in on the read and the speed. How about that? 4 under par. And this will be a 5-foot putt here. Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie. And what a day it's been. Now the second par 5 on this opening 9 here at PGA West. Frank, what are we looking at?
The bunker down the right side gives you that optical illusion because it sort of has that curvy edge to it, plus it sort of moves its way to that right side, and then you notice there's a bunker on the left that sneaks in on the left side. So this isn't just sort of blaze away off the tee. It still requires a good straight tee shot. If you do err a little bit, then you've got to be very cognizant of the bunkers up on the left side as you get closer to the green. What a great shot. Oh, that's fine.
Frank, there's a real art to putting a good score on the board, isn't there?
Yeah, that's why stroke play is so tough, Rich. You're trying to minimize everything on a golf course, turn a 6 into a 5 or a 4 into a 3. It's like even off the edge of a green, trying to get up and down in 2 rather than 3. And you've got to do it for 18 straight holes. Straight holes. If it's a 72-hole tournament, then you've got to do it for 4 straight days. And that's why that's always been the best predictor of our best players, the ones that can go 4 days and make the least number of mistakes.
All right, the approach shot is on the green, but he'll have a very testy putt coming up.
Second shot.
Into the tall cabbage. That ball is swallowed up. Needs a pair of binoculars to see the hole. That's a nice lag putt. Frank, what would you focus on a long putt?
That 3-foot circle, obviously you allow yourself a little bit more the further and further away you get, but just expectations, lower them a little bit. There's certain distances, just take 2.
Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. Rolling the rock, Frank.
Oh, and yet another birdie, Rich. Beautiful stroke.
Moves to -8. Frank, as we arrive here at the par 4 ninth, 452 yards, I hear players like you often say, I'm going to take it on. What do you mean by that, and how does it apply to this particular tee shot?
Well, you have options, obviously. One is to hit it down that right side, which is your best shot. The easy way is obviously to bail it out down the left side, but then you're almost giving into the hole, like you're accepting you're going to make bogey if you're lucky. So in the end, you're forced to go back to option A, which is actually to challenge the best shot you have, which is down the right side.
That's a good start to the hole, right down the middle. Anything you do differently with your setup?
Just dig my feet into the sand a little bit more, but make sure you focus on the exact spot on the ball you want to hit.
Good-looking shot right here. Love it with a nice splash out of the bunker. It lands softly and just runs out right next to the hole. Beautiful shot.
Now the difficult second shot here at the par 4 ninth.
Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
Good chance here. Currently at 5 under par. Mark a birdie on the card. Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. Well into red figures at 9 under for the round. Well, that was a nearly flawless performance on the front side, but Frank, we know it's an 18-hole game, isn't it?
That's right. Now's not the time to pat yourself on the back.
Right out of the center of the bat.
Did you hear that?
Looks to be a good setup going into the green here at the 10. Pretty good drive here.
Another straight one.
Frank, you played in conditions all over the world. Here come the winds now. What's the mindset?
Well, this is really what separates the men from the boys. This is where you've got to tell yourself, and it's an advantage to you. Obviously, the scores will go up a little bit, given the conditions. But once again, this is going to suit the stronger player today.
I like the old phrase, swing easy when it's breezy.
Definitely when you're hitting it into a head breeze. But if down breeze, tee it up a little bit, try and ride that wind some more.
This won't hurt him. These putts keep the round together. Continuing to play well. -7 now after that putt. Continues to roll the ball very well. Frank, how about this hole, the par 5 11? Long one.
Oh, it is. And, you know, anything over 600 yards, only the longest it is the Bubba Watsons, the Dustin Johnsons of the world. The other ones that can get home on a hole like this. For the other ones, even those bunkers down the left side are sort of in play. You at least have to give them a cursory look off the tee. Nothing wrong with a hole, a par 5 that you can't reach. You still play it as a 3-shotter. And in some respects, you get rewarded for laying up here because that water that comes in on the left-hand side, that's not going to be in play.
Second from an excellent lie. Good lie in the fairway. A good chance to make something happen here. He makes a great pass at the golf ball. It's powerful, but it's rhythmic at the same time. Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
That will be a great look at birdie. Frank, what's involved here in the third shot now at the par 5 11?
Just really setting up a good angle for that third shot. This is, when you lay up, it always pays just to check where the flag is. You want to sort of have a nice, comfortable look or angle to the flag.
Shouldn't be a problem here. Now 8 under on the day. Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. Everybody loves him. Birdie on the card.
Right now, another clever, small par 4, only 363 yards here at the 12th.
A couple of different options here, Rich. You can lay it up just short of where that nose of the bunker starts to poke out on the right side of the fairway. Then you're going to be left with something in the sort of 140, 150 yard mark to the flag. Or if you want to get a little sort of greedy, you start to sneak it up there where it gets narrow. It's shorter, but it requires a better shot.
That one is in the fairway, down there about 290 yards. Oh, this looks good.
Certainly is.
Frank couldn't ask for anything more.
Just the lie there, too. It is sitting up like it's teed up.
Stuffed it in there really close, and now just a tap in. Club has been pulled, ready for the second shot now at the par 4 12th. This is for his birdie. Under on the day. Okay, no problem with that one.
Tricky par 3 here, the 13th, 214 yards.
Well, this one should be safely on deck here. Good strike right there, right off the center of the face and about 20 feet away.
Oh, this is heading in the wrong direction.
Uh-oh. Wow, lucky break right there, Frank.
Well, that's what everyone else is going to say, except him.
And getting ready for the putt. Frank, that's not one you're necessarily thinking about making.
No, just a good putt, though. There's no two ways about that. He's putting well.
Boy, this could be a tough one right here, Frank.
It's a very long putt, Rich. Obviously, it's difficult, but he still has a shot to sink this one for birdie.
What a putt. Just missed, Frank.
That's cruel.
just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. So just a formality here. Did the job right there. Frank, what's the best way to make 3 here at this 389-yard par 4 14th?
I'm not sure, really. I know there's 2 definitive options, hitting it down the left or carrying over the bunker. And I think that's another example of Pete Dye. There's one of those holes you never really know if you've made the right play until you finish the hole. Long and straight.
That's how you do it. Moving into this second shot here at hole number 14. Good-looking shot right here. How'd you like that strike?
That was top of the tree.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie. And what a day it's been. Now a chance for a birdie. Well, there's impressive, and then there's mind-boggling. We're at mind-boggling now. 10 under par. Well, Frank, we are turning home. It says so on the scorecard here at 15.
It is, and once again, another example of great bunkering by Pete Dye. Bunkers on a lot of golf courses are just simply left and right, but what Pete Dye does, he lets them cut in, especially that one down the left side of the fairway it cuts in, so it has to be avoided, and it's going to be about 280 yards to take it completely out of play. That's probably the best line, is to get it just past that last bunker on the left side.
Now the approach here at 15. Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
Oh, can't hide the flagstick from that man. Frank, the 15th is called turning home. Time now to turn on the jets, and a good chance.
Yeah, after a good drive, once again, height's going to be rewarded here with the second shot. See the way that green is protected by the bunkers. So if you can come in here really high, get that to land soft, there's a lot of flags on this green that you can go at.
Frank, this one's going too far left, it looks like.
Yeah, it was fine there for a little while, but if it keeps going left, it's doomed.
You have to think he'll be happy with that, given that it looked like it was headed right for the rough.
Yeah, it looked like that was the only place it was going to finish, but, well, it's a little bit unexplainable. Let's see what he does from here now. Lucky break.
Oh, yeah, he's made it for a birdie. 11 under on the day.
Here we go now, the final par 5 of the day, Frank.
Yeah, decision on how much you bite off here. If you play the ball to the right, then it's going to play its full 600 yards. But if you can take it in a direct line at that green, you're going to chew off a little bit of yardage. But you have to be able to carry that bunker.
And through the years, a lot of excitement here at this par 5 16.
Oh, beautiful swing, and the result is every bit as good.
Now from a good position in the fairway, his second shot.
That's an absolute beauty. Second shot.
He's set up for his third shot here, looking to get it on the green with this. Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on there. Easy birdie.
Setting up for an approach shot here. Getting set now over the putt.
Oh, this is a huge putt. It's in.
The birdie. Has it. That's birdie.
So, Frank, you arrive on the tee box. What are you thinking here as you look out at the hole they call Alcatraz? Par 3 17th at 168 yards.
Well, we've seen it all here, Rich, from that hole-in-one that Lee Trevino had in the Skins game all the way back in 1987 to people splashing away left, right, and center. No advice here. You can see what's in front of you. This is not heading in the right direction.
It looks like it's going to be in the rough. Well, he'll be disappointed with that, no doubt.
Yeah, swing didn't quite look right on that one. This is right at it.
What a display of shot making this has been, Frank.
Oh, that incredible approach shot there. The easiest of birdies coming up.
That is a tremendous shot right there. Touch and nerve. He had it all, and he has the bottom of the barrel. 13 under on the day.
One great hole after another here at PGA West. The finishing hole, no exception. Frank, what can we expect here?
Great finishing hole. It's amazing. If you took the 3 bunkers we're first going to see down the right side, this would almost be a nothing hole. But because they're perfectly situated here, they really shrink up that driving area down the left side. And this is just a reward for a great swing, a great strike, a great shot.
That one is in the fairway, down there about 290 yards. Good contact, good result. Frank, for players looking to improve their putting, what are some of the training methods they can use?
I think speed is always is a good one when you get on the putting green and you just practice trying to putt inside that 3-foot circle, because in the end all sports are the same. You're trying to focus in on the destination where that ball has to be delivered, whether it's tennis inside the court or basketball inside the rim. Putting's no different. As you get further and further away from the hole, then you just make an acceptable size circle that you're trying to putt within. So pace, very important.
Superb shot.
It's as good as it's going to get. There's going to be no worries about making that one. Oh, solid strike right in the heart of the green.
This one just requires a little bit of focus. He got robbed, Frank.
No, it's like kissing your mother-in-law.
In the hole, and a birdie. Just the tap in to finish the hole. He's made it. Frank, they gave us a great show today.
No, they certainly did. Course played well. You got what you deserved out there.
Some outstanding performances. And for our entire team, I'm Rich Lerner, saying so long for now. Presented by EA Sports in association with the PGA Tour. Located in Troon, Scotland, founded in 1878, Royal Troon Golf Club playing host to the Open Championship 8 times and is slated to host its 9th major championship in 2016. I'm Rich Lerner for EA Sports, and alongside me today, my friend and colleague Frank Nobilo. Frank, you've played in the Open Championship on a couple of occasions here at Royal Troon. It's a golf course that features some breathtaking scenery, and it can also serve up some breathtaking golf.
True links golf course, Rich. Relatively soft start can certainly lull you into that false sense of security, and then the golf course really starts to open up. That homeward 9, often coming back into a prevailing breeze, is very much a stern test.
Frank couldn't ask for anything more.
Just the lie there, too. It is sitting up like it's teed up.
Pretty good drive here.
Another straight one.
Chance to set himself up for a good scoring opportunity with his second shot here. Good swing, good shot yet again. Good chance now for a birdie. That was an outstanding play.
Well, it's almost a guarantee there after that shot.
Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. One under early in the round. Good putt, and now 1 under par. Frank, another great example of links golf. It's not a particularly long hole, but there is trouble if you hit it offline.
Yeah, there's a bunker down there at about 280 yards that has to be avoided. Only the long hitters or perhaps the wind behind your back is the reason to take that bunker on. Oh, that's it. New member of the 300-yard club.
Good poke right there. Well, this one's sweet, Frank.
Super.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Pure strike. Good result.
And that is close.
He's facing 100 yards here. Frank, the Open Championship will be played at Royal Troon in 2016. It was first played back in 1923. What was first prize then?
A mere 75 pounds, so that equates to about $150 US. And just to give you an idea, the last time they played there, Rich, was back in 2004 when Todd Hamilton beat Ernie Els. He got a whopping 720,000 pounds. That's right, nearly $1.5 million.
The money's nice, but every player would tell you, Frank, it is still all about that claret jug.
It is, and that's actually suited the Americans because since 1962, they've been to Troon 6 times, and 6 times the victor has been American.
Appears to be what they call a commercial play. Very solid. Not a gimme, but well within his range. This can be a cruel game at times. Oh, man.
I just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts. This from 7 feet. For -2 early in the round. You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. Steady, solid, and at 1 under par right now. Frank, looking at the third, what are the sort of key decisions that you have to make?
There's 2 bunkers down the left. They're not really the issue. They're the burn. That's about 285 yards. This is not a hole, really. You just take the driver out and swing away. Just something that stays up short of that's just going to leave you a short iron in.
NASA, we have a splashdown. So hit the previous shot in the water, took a drop. This now the third shot. And he's set up for his second shot here, looking to knock it on the green. I like the looks of this one. He's making the game look very simple right now. See it, hit it, and he's got it right on track. Good-looking shot right here. Shouldn't be a problem here. Now 2 to the good side. This for par. So 2 under early on. Rich Lerner back with you at Royal Troon. Frank, first par 5 of the round. What's ahead?
Our best opportunity for a birdie here is to take it over the bunker on the right. If you do that, you're going to get a little added roll and go in here even with perhaps a mid-iron or a long iron. Game's about rhythm. When you have good rhythm, it just looks effortless. To hit the ball 300 yards through the air, that easy.
Nothing to argue about there, right in the fairway. And now the second shot here at this par 5. Didn't cover the flagstick on that one, but on the green, safely, with about 30 feet to go.
Second shot.
This is a pretty long putt here. You'd be happy to get this to within 2 or 3 feet. You really want to take the stress out of that next putt. This one has a good line. Oh, yeah, he's going to love that one, Frank. Sensational effort.
Oh, just eat that up.
Boy, this could be a tough one right here, Frank.
It's a very long putt, Rich. Obviously, it's difficult, but he still has a shot to sink this one for birdie.
And getting ready for the putt. Nice par to remain at 2 under. At the par 3 fifth, ready to get this hole started.
Prevailing breeze once again should be coming from the water, which is on the right. That makes that tee shot a little bit more difficult because it pushes the ball to those 3 bunkers on the left side.
Well, this one should be safely on deck here. Well, that is an exceptional shot on the green and in position for a birdie.
Yeah, it's a formality now.
And this will be a 5-foot putt here. Really moving in the right direction at 3 under. Standing over his birdie putt. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Now to the 601-yard behemoth par 5 6th hole. You can pay the steep price here, Frank, for a mistake.
You can. You can't reach this green with your tee shot, so there's no reason to even try. A good drive, if it bounds down the right side and will eventually go left, would perhaps give you a chance to reach this par 5 and 2. But this is one tee shot to concentrate on.
Good tee shot, good lie, and now a good chance to take advantage here on this hole. Frank, did you hear the sound of that coming off the club face?
It was like a cannon. Long and straight.
That's how you do it. This is just a superb performance. Great round to this point, Frank, and you can really see that reflected in his mood today.
Yeah, it just looks too easy. Swinging the club beautifully. Ball's going exactly where he wants it to. He's not trying to take too many risks. So consequently, he's getting birdie opportunity after birdie opportunity.
Looks like he's going to have a go at it here at the par 5, his second shot. Frank, that ball's sitting up like it's on plush carpeting.
Rich, if you and I had lies like that every time, we'd still be playing this game for a living.
Frank, no reason here to think we're going to see anything other than another good shot.
Yeah, in a great flow, and golf like this looks easy.
This one looks like it's headed right for the middle of the dance floor, Frank.
Rather nice shot, I would say.
Good chance now for a birdie. That was an outstanding play.
Well, it's almost a guarantee there after that shot.
Just a couple of feet. 6 under par now. Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. That puts them at 4 under for the round. Frank, we're moving inland now to the 7th hole. It's a 405-yard par 4. What's ahead?
Little dogleg to the right, a couple of bunkers right on the corner of it. So once again, check the breeze and somehow find that fairway.
Good contact, good result. Frank, I have to say I've been impressed by the level of golf today. Really came out here with a solid game plan and executed.
Agreed. We've seen some great shots out there, and I'm excited to see how the rest of the round plays out.
Might go deep here into red numbers. Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
That will be a great look at birdie. Second shot. Good look at the green. Not a gimme, but well within his range. Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie, and what a day it's been. Go ahead and do that, the birdie. All right, Frank, as we arrive at the par 3 eighth, the only thing I can think of is if a 71-year-old guy can make an ace here, well then, so can our gamers.
Well, they certainly can. At 123 yards, well, you think it'd be, why shouldn't it be called the postage stamp? Go with too much club, it's one you'll earmark.
Oh, can't hide the flagstick from that man. Well, we've got about 135 yards left. Seems to like it. Headed for the fat part of the green. Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. Starting to put something special together. 6 under par. Now a chance for a birdie. Eight is not enough. That is 8 under par with that birdie. Frank, the 9th hole, 423 yards, not especially long by today's standards. You looking to make birdie here, or you happy to make a par and move on to the back 9?
Well, there's certainly a chance for birdie. One of the hardest things about the 9th is the raised green. And it's sort of, there's 2 tiers here, just the top level. If that pin is on the top level, then you would certainly walk away with 4 very happily.
That's a good start to the hole, right down the middle. Beautiful looking shot right here. Chance to set himself up for a good scoring opportunity with his second shot here. Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on that. Easy birdie.
Slight waggle, relaxed arms, ready to go. These putts keep the round together. Wow, that was so close, Frank.
Just time to forget that one. I mean, he couldn't hit that much better.
In the hole, and a birdie. Well, you can see it there. Feels very good about what he's doing. That's a nice par putt. Stays at 6 under. Excellent front side. Trying to keep it going here on the second 9.
He's just playing beautifully, hitting so many good shots, giving himself so many opportunities. Can he keep it going? Oh, if this is up, it's good. Oh, that's fine.
That is an unusual golf swing, but those have worked throughout time. Lee Trevino, Ray Floyd, Jim Furyk. They've done all right, haven't they? And from the fairway for his second shot here. Good swing, good shot yet again. Early part of this second 9, a good approach shot. And now, pretty good chance for birdie. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Settles in over the putt. Good try, just didn't quite read the break, Frank.
It shouldn't be a problem, you'd think, cleaning up here for par.
Makes birdie, continuing to amaze on the greens, Frank.
putted well all day, Rich. Had a couple of good holes early on and just, I think, found the groove. Has taken it to another level.
Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Daunting tee shot here at the par 4 11th, Frank. This is all you want.
Yeah, this requires your best tee shot. Doesn't matter if it goes left to right or right to left. This is a must-hit fairway. Otherwise, you don't know what you're going to finish up shooting.
Excellent drive right there, Frank.
Circa 310.
He makes a great pass at the golf ball. It's powerful, but it's rhythmic at the same time. Good lie in the fairway. A good chance to make something happen here. Strong wind here early in the round. How do you think this is going to affect the players, Frank?
Well, they've got to be clever on a club selection and the type of shot they want to hit now.
Well, this one should be safely on deck here. Beautiful approach shot there and a good chance to take advantage. Let's see what they do from a good lie in the fairway. 180 yards to go. Getting set now over the putt. Well, that was a good-looking putt, just not falling right now.
Sadly, he's going to be disappointed.
Shouldn't be a problem here. Oh, man.
Just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts. So a tester from 4 feet. Good work right there. He'll settle for par. Lining this one up for par. Good round going, -7. Frank, how do you size up the 12th hole here at Royal Troon?
Well, first look at 430 yards, you'd think it'd be a rather easy par 4. But that's not really the issue. The issue is gorse right and left.
But this could be really good, Frank.
Oh, straight at it.
Frank, that swing looks lively and strong.
Oh, that had to fly 300. It's close to 310.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special. Well, there's a big green, and they're going to use every inch of it.
Pretty good shot right there, about 10 feet away, setting up the putt for birdie. And he's set up for his second shot here, looking to knock it on the green. Well, there's impressive, and then there's mind-boggling. We're at mind-boggling now. 10 under par, and getting ready for the putt. And this will be a 5-foot putt here. Just a tap in to finish the hole. And he makes it for a bogey here. Frank, on paper, 13 seems pretty straightforward. But it's not that simple, is it?
No, very stringent tee shot. Gorse right and left, plus a little sort of mound with some rough on down the right side. So really, you've got to hit the ball down, not just the fairway, but the left side of the fairway.
Well, this looks good.
Certainly is.
Well, this is the kind of wind that separates the great players from the average players. You really have to be strong to handle these kinds of winds. We are about 170 yards from the hole. Oh no, look out, Frank. I think he flushed that one.
Oh, this is going, gone.
Wow, lucky break right there, Frank.
Well, that's what everyone else is going to say, except him.
Chance to set himself up for a good scoring opportunity with his second shot here. Seems to like it. Looks like it's headed for the green.
Really? This is an awkward length.
Well, that would have been a bonus had it gone in, but still, reasonable chance for par here.
Yeah, there's no damage. You're not going to birdie every hole.
10 under par on the day. Eyeing this putt for a birdie. Continuing to play well. -7 now after that putt. On the tee here at 14, it's another par 3, Frank.
You don't get caught looking at the front of the green. That's where it's at its most narrow. Ideally, something that pitches just into the top of that mound.
Making it look easy at this point. Another beautiful approach shot. Not a gimme, but well within his range. Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie, and what a day it's been. This from 7 feet. Oh yeah, he's made it for a birdie. At the 15th, this par 4 is over 480 yards.
The key here really is the 3 bunkers, 2 on the left, 1 on the right. 260 yards gets you past that. If you find the fairway here, then you don't have to worry about the 3 bunkers that are short of this green. There's something about a well-hit shot.
Well, those are good numbers right there. 320, 320 yards. Just crushed it in the fairway. Second from an excellent lie. Good clean contact and a nice result, and a chance for birdie coming up. Right in the heart of the fairway, green light special. Another good swing, and it looks like, Frank, another really good shot. Will make birdie if this drops. What a beautiful roll right there, dead center. Frank, putting such a crucial part of the game. That's where you make your score.
Everybody sees a putt differently. Some people like to putt to a spot. Some people imagine the whole line. But one thing that they both look at is where the ball will go into the hole. In other words, a right to left putt won't go in the front, it'll go in the right side.
Well, just needs to refocus right here. Out of bounds on that last shot, needs to keep this one in play. So playing the third shot right now after having gone OB. Looks like he's going to have a go at it here at the par 5, his second shot.
Our computer gives us 23 feet, Rich.
Frank, I'm not saying he should pull out driver here, but this is a long putt.
Greens are fast, though. You never know. Good line, good pace. Might have a chance.
Pretty good stroke right there. Just hit it through the break.
Well, it's that sort of distance. If it goes in, it's a bonus.
Now this putt from 23 feet.
Had every chance of going in. It's no snack, though.
Well, that's just a poor putt, Frank, and now let's hope he doesn't make a Michael Bublé.
He's hardly going to be singing after that one.
Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. So not his best work. He'll walk away with a bogey. 17th here at Royal Troon. This is a very strong par 3, isn't it, Frank?
Well, if rabbits have teeth, then this is why it's called rabbit. Very, very strong par 3.
Good swing, good shot yet again. Frank had hit the green, but just didn't have enough backspin.
You wonder what he's thinking on that.
He'll be pretty happy with that one, about 20 feet away in a good spot. And it's a long way to the hole from here. Never easy. Well, you couldn't ask for much more than that, except to make it. Eight under par for the round. He has this for par. He's made it. Frank, now the final hole here at Royal Troon, and when you think about the legends who have made the walk toward the clubhouse and the claret jug, it really does give you a sense of where you're at. How about Arnold Palmer, Bobby Locke, Tom Watson, Tom Weiskopf? They've all made the walk on this final hole to the claret jug.
And they've all hit great tee shots, and that's really what you need here. There's a bunker for just about every distance you hit the ball. So there's 3 down the left. There's no other way around it but avoiding them. And there's 1 down the right if you try and play it too safe.
Well, it is nice to have that one in your bag, to be able to hit it that long.
Yeah, that has to be at least 315 yards.
beautiful looking shot right here. That's a good spot right there.
Center cut.
Frank, obviously here at 18, you do not want to be long.
Yeah, err on the side of caution here. You're exactly right. You'd rather be 30 feet short of this flag than 30 feet over the back of this green, because it might just be out of bounds.
Well, that's how you play the game right there. Knock it on the green and give yourself a good look at birdie. Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Good looking shot right here.
You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. Well, that was a good-looking putt, just not falling right now.
Sadly, he's going to be disappointed.
This will be a 14-foot putt here. Good try, just didn't quite read the break, Frank.
It shouldn't be a problem, you'd think, cleaning up here for par.
These putts keep the round together. That is a solid par putt right there. So just a formality here. Did the job right there. Really good round out there today. What's the mindset, Frank, to keep it going?
First thing, really, Rich, just try